What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. In today's video, we've got a big update on Kalidou Koulibaly. Also got some other stories to speak about as well. But first, before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free. Did you know 58% of you in the last 28 days that have watched my video haven't subscribed? It's free. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on to be kept in the loop with the latest Manchester City news and transfer news. I will keep you all up to date, don't worry about that. And also, you can find my social media links in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my social media. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, aiming for 500 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated too. And also let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. I did a video yesterday along with my brother Mixid where we did our Premier League predictions. Some people have been asking for that video. That is live up on my channel if you want to go and check that out. So let's crack on with this transfer update. Let's start off with the outs first. Let's speak about Eric Garcia. Now, Hagrid FCB, a source on Twitter with Barcelona, reliable as well, saying that Barcelona could well be planning to propose another offer to Manchester City for Eric Garcia. That will come this week, and it's thought that the offer now will be over 10 million euros. Thinking that, to be honest, it's probably going to have to be close to or over 20 million euros for Manchester City to consider. The situation is that City, we need to sell players. If we're wanting to sign a centre-back, we're no nearer to Otamendi leaving as of yet. Garcia, at the moment, City haven't really got anything in line for a centre-back to come in, so I couldn't see Eric Garcia leaving as of yet. But we've still got Tosin Adarabayo waiting in the wings, that if Eric Garcia was to leave, that he could be promoted to the first team squad. So it really is all about how much Barcelona are willing to pay this summer for Garcia to either stay at Manchester City for another season and leave for free, or whether he'll go to Barcelona. And like I said, if Barcelona get anywhere close to or over 20 million euros, I think City would seriously consider that. Put some add-ons on there and stuff, and I reckon City would probably accept that offer. But they're willing to go over 10 million euros. How much? We'll wait and see for this week when that offer does get submitted, so stay tuned to that. We'll move on to the ins now. I'm going to address it. Speculation, fake news, just isn't true. The Sun are reporting that Kylian Mbappe, he wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain. Manchester City are interested, along with Liverpool, Man United and Real Madrid. Apparently, what's needed to sign him, some figures have been chucked out there. Not too sure where the Sun's got this number from, but they've just put in £400 million. I don't know whether that's just for an initial fee, or whether that would be for a fee and wages on top of this. I don't know. Crazy money though, probably. Well, it won't be happening going to Manchester City. I see Kylian Mbappe, if he ever does leave PSG, and considering he's born in Paris, he's French, he wants to be the main man at PSG, he wants a team to be built around him. I just don't see him leaving PSG, and if he does, I reckon it'd only be for more, you'd probably think, Real Madrid. Now, for any club to sign Mbappe, initial fee, you're probably talking somewhere between 100 to 200 million pound, probably over what PSG paid Monaco for Mbappe. I just don't see it going as high as 400 million pounds, because, well, teams, they can afford it, they're just not going to pay it because it's just not value for money. In my opinion, though, this story helped Mbappe get a new contract at PSG, and that's what I'm sensing from there. That's why you chuck Man City's name in there, because they've got lots of money, so he can demand more money. We know Real Madrid are interested, they know Man United's got money and they've got crazy money to spend, so they'll chuck their name out there as well. Bit of a laugh that Liverpool's name's in there. I'm not too sure why they're in there. I can't see them spending that higher money. I don't see them going that high on wages either. It's not how Liverpool do their business, so I don't know why their name is in there. But United, City and Real Madrid's name makes sense. Liverpool, not so much. Anyway, like I said, it simply isn't true, but I thought I'd address that before people get too giddy or too excited. Now, Kalidou Koulibaly, let's speak about him. So yesterday I was reporting PSG, they're turning their attentions elsewhere. They're not really that interested in Koulibaly yet. Sources in Italy are insisting PSG is still in the race. They still want to sign him. They're short of Napoli's valuation of 70 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons is what they're looking for the 29-year-old. They're looking from that for Manchester City as well. It's simply both clubs, PSG and City, are saying the same thing. Pandemic market. It's simply too expensive. They're not going to go that high. Now, in response to that, just this morning, Repubblica, a source in Rome in Italy, no idea how reliable they are because I've never heard of them, but what they were reporting was really interesting, and this morning it made my blood boil just a little bit. Now, they're reporting Koulibaly wants to stay at Napoli, and he wants a new contract. He recognises that his performances over the last year aren't to his normal high standards that he'd come to expect, and also taking in mind what's happening in the market with the pandemic, that he wants to sign a new contract, so he wants to bear that in mind with finances and agree a new deal to stay in Naples. Now, Manchester City already have, apparently, lots of sources have reported this. We've already got personal terms agreed with Kalidou Koulibaly, and he would be on more money at Manchester City than what Napoli are willing to pay. So you would have thought that his agent and Koulibaly would be asking Napoli to match what Manchester City are willing to offer. But it's all about if Koulibaly is happy in Naples with Napoli, and all indications have suggested that he is. He wants his future sorting though, and if Napoli want to sell him, then he will leave. But if Napoli want to keep him, he's more than happy to stay because he's enjoying his football there. That's fair enough. Now, I don't see ADL. I know exactly what he's like with his finances. He reminds me a lot of Daniel Levy at Tottenham Hotspur, and he'll be managing Napoli exactly the same. That's where they sign players for cheap, sell them for a lot of money, promote some academy players as well, turn them into good players, negotiate hard to try and get the very best deal, and getting clubs to overpay for their players. And mark my words, ADL will want Kalidou Koulibaly to leave this summer because he knows he can still get a tremendous amount of money for him. And trust me, 70 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons is a lot of money for a 29-year-old centre-back in a pandemic market. It is a huge transfer. It's a big risk. City, they seem reluctant to go so high because they know that it's such a risk. They don't want to do that. PSG don't want to do that either. And so, kind of in limbo. That's where we're at. I would suggest that the deal has stalled for him to join Manchester City, PSG as well. He's wanting to stay at Napoli. We don't know where we stand. And I would suggest that if I was in charge of transfers at Manchester City, I would suggest that we start negotiating hard to try and bring in somebody else. I was reporting yesterday, Dayot Upamecano is a target for Manchester City. And if City want him, I would suggest they go and work hard to try and bring him in. Not to work hard with Napoli. We know where we stand. We know what we want to pay. They know that. Leave it there. Leave it there. If Napoli want to sell him, they'll sell him. If they don't, they don't. We've got 3 weeks left of the transfer market. This deal has been going on for over 2 months, and we cannot find an agreement with Napoli. We're not even that close to finding an agreement with Napoli. How the situation's been handled hasn't been great. The situation is, though, Vincent Kompany left last season. And so we've had last summer and this summer and January of last season to find a replacement for Vincent Kompany. And at this moment in time, we have not done that. I look at Manchester City's squad, and whilst I'm happy with the signing of Ake, really helps out our left side of centre-back if Laporte was to pick up any injuries. Perfectly reasonable signing. I'm happy with that signing. I think it's a good signing. Ferran Torres, it makes sense. Wasn't the signing we necessarily needed, but should an injury be picked up by either Mahrez, Bernardo Silva or Raheem Sterling, then Ferran Torres would be a player that would be needed. And so I can understand why we've signed him. We've got him on a really good deal. We picked him up for around £20 million plus some bonuses and add-ons. A happy, good deal by City. And the negotiations and transfers for them two transfers were handled really well by City. But this one, this is poor, really poor. The fact is, if we don't sign a top-class right-sided centre-back this summer to replace Vincent Kompany, who left last summer, I find that really unforgivable. We've had 3 windows to get that sorted. We've got, what, 3 weeks or so left of the summer transfer window, and we're facing a situation where we may be signing a player that we necessarily didn't want to sign, or certainly wasn't our top transfer target. So either pay up and sign Koulibaly, the man that we want, the person that Khaldoon Al-Mubarak was definitely speaking about in his video when he said that Manchester City would be willing to go against their transfer strategy to sign a player that is over the age of 25. We all know what he was hinting at. He was hinting at Koulibaly, and we still can't get that agreement in place. This is why City go to Spain. You can't keep going to Spain to sign your players because I'm going to say it, pretty poor at negotiations, because you don't want to negotiate with teams. You're scared they're going to rip you off. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and get it done. Negotiate hard, negotiate quick. City, though, don't really like doing that. They did it really well with Bernardo Silva. They can do it. They're just choosing not to. Instead, they like to go to Spain to sign their players because there's a release clause. And the situation is, Diego Carlos is definitely a target for Manchester City. He plays for Sevilla. That's in Spain. He's got a release clause, 75 million euros. I can see Manchester City going for Diego Carlos instead. I've not seen him in a City shirt. If we signed him, I would back him. When I've seen him, and I've seen him a couple of times in the Europa League, he steps forward a lot. He's reckless. He'd have to move that out of his game because it's Otamendi-esque. There is a reason City don't want Otamendi at Manchester City anymore, and that's just quite simply because he's not good enough. And if he starts doing that in the Premier League with City's high line, it's going to get exposed, and our centre-back situation isn't going to be solved, and we're going to be chucking away 75 million euros. And he's 27 years old as well. There's younger players out there. Ruben Diaz, Dayot Upamecano. These are players that I would like for us to go and sign. These are players that I would like for us to target, negotiate hard to try and bring them in. I know that Upamecano's got a release clause for next season. The situation is we need a player this season. So I'd be working hard to try and get that sorted. It's very underwhelming. We're facing a realistic possibility here that Koulibaly may not be joining Manchester City. We're facing a possibility, and the fact that I'm saying this is, that's why my blood's boiling, that we may not be signing a top-class centre-back this summer. We may not be replacing Vincent Kompany, who left last May. May of 2019. It's September of 2020 now. Unforgivable, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts, though, of this in the comments below. I'm really disappointed. I'm hoping we can get something sorted for this week, put in place. We can have more positive news. If that means getting Koulibaly and paying more, so be it. If that means City going out there and signing somebody else, so be it. Like I said, Diego Carlos would underwhelm me. That's my opinion. You're entitled to yours. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So there we go. That's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. I am aiming for 500 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I'm aiming for 13,000 subscribers. We're very close to 12,400 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that today and start our march towards 13,000 subscribers. And also, don't forget social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll be back again tomorrow for another daily Manchester City update. Hopefully, more positive news. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.